Welcome back. There are two types of people in this world, those that watch the Super Bowl for the game and those that are like we are, those that crave the commercials.
Exactly. Joining us now are two of those two who live for the ads. It's Mike Fredrick, the executive creative director at Bader Rutter and a self-proclaimed advertising nerd. And then there's Sarah Kmet Hunt. She is a creative director with more than 13 years at Bader Rutter. Thanks for being here, you guys.
Thanks for having us.
This is great. I mean, we love the commercials. I used to make a living doing commercials. I love them so much. It's like my favorite thing ever. Does it shock you, though, how much a company is willing to pay for that airtime during the Super Bowl?
No, I don't.
No?
I don't think so.
No, she's celebrating.
Like,
I love it.
What do you mean? You get a piece of that $5 million, right?
Well, when you think about it, you have such a captive audience,
True.
you know, and like you said, you have people who are tuning in just specifically for the commercials. I have to admit, if the Packers aren't playing, I fall into that camp myself.
A lot of people do. And how much are people on average, again, spending for a commercial for 30 seconds in the Super Bowl?
Well, I think just to place it is around $5 million this year, so it's quite a bit. But
wow.
There's over 100 million people watching, so it's probably worth every penny.
We definitely felt that there was a big social message out there this year, and that was kind of fascinating to watch because we obviously elected a president and swung the country in a different way, but it seemed like the commercial advertising was really directed at this inclusive message, this social message. Did you pick up on that too?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we saw a lot of things kind of falling into that camp, and even Coca-Cola bringing back a spot that they had done back in 2014.
Right.
It seemed really timely now and kind of blended with that message really well.
The America the Beautiful spot, right? Yes. Yeah, and the Melissa McCarthy spot was hilarious.
Yes. Loved it. We'll break down some of those here in a second, but real quick, what do you think, in your opinion, makes for a great Super Bowl commercial?
I think really two things. It has to be based in a great idea. It just can't be out there for the fun of it.
Okay.
And the second thing is really any commercial, it needs to be based in the human truth. So something we can connect to, and I think all of the great spots this year did that.
Okay, before we recommend, I just want to know this real quick. Did you miss the Doritos commercials? Because, you know, they took this break this year.
You know, I think that there was enough other funny stuff. I was curious to see that they took that break because I was kind of looking forward to seeing what they would do. But, you know, I think that there was plenty of other stuff that kind of
didn't they get play in the Amazon Alexa spot? So
totally.
They were out there anyway.
I actually seeing that, I was thinking, did they fool us?
I know, exactly.
I was waiting for it. Okay, so let's break down some. These are the funny and great ones. The first one is Kia featuring Melissa McCarthy.
Hey, Melissa, now the rhinos need saving.
It's hard to be an eco-warrior, but it's easy to drive like one.
People remember that. She obviously went through all these social causes. Hilarious. I love her. People love her. What do you think of that one?
That one was just such great casting. You know, it was absolutely perfect for her.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and it was, I mean, again, based on that human truth, people who drive a hybrid, you know, they want to do good for the environment, but they don't necessarily want to go through all of that crazy stuff. So it was really brilliant.
Again, I thought it was kind of fascinating, the positioning of sort of opposite of the current administration.
Yeah.
I mean, these were really bold decisions to make and say, okay, this is how we're gonna cut through. The other one that was also made a big statement was the 10 hair care. We have 4 years of awful hair. That's right out there. That is right out there. It's
Take a look.
America, we're in for at least 4 years of awful hair. So it's up to you to do your part by making up for it with great hair. And we mean all hair. His hair, their hair, that baby's hair, that chest hair, that mohair sweater.
The chest hair. That one gets me. I love it. The back hair.
The back hair.
Genius, right?
That one was a real sleeper. I think it took both of us by surprise.
You've never heard of this company before that moment, right?
How brilliant is that?
Yeah, that really shot them right to the top.
And I think it really grabbed your attention because it was in black and white. All of a sudden, like I was like, oh, what's this? This is different. And then it was funny.
Decision.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it played off of the political environment, but it was hilarious. It did it in a great, fun way.
Good humor in that. Okay, great casting again. This one, the Bye Bye Bye, loved it. Take a look.
It might sound crazy, but it ain't no lie, baby. Bye, bye, bye.
John Boy.
Walken can do anything.
JT.
You know,
Oh, that was Walken?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, why did I say John Boyd? Right.
Okay. But he's just sort of funny doing anything, and then the contrast of being in this very reserved environment was funny. I didn't really get Justin Timberlake what he was
That's
doing.
his song.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but I mean, he just sort of looked like I wanted him to speak.
Yeah, but he had to be there because it's his song.
Yeah,
Bye,
I just
bye.
didn't think it was that. I don't know.
What did you guys think?
I loved
You
it,
loved
but
it.
I think Christopher Walken playing Christopher Walken is always a hit.
And it's I mean, just him saying the lyrics to that song, imagining that song.
That
is
was
just,
funny.
Just funny. And then
Funny
you
contrast.
remember it. I mean, who knew how to pronounce that product really before then, and now you totally know.
There is not a single person who loves that drink who won't sing that when they pick it up. The best brand recognition, I think. Okay, some of these will go through a little bit quicker. T-Mobile with Kristen Shaw. That's a great one. What did you guys think of this?
That one was so funny, and again, it just continued that trend of just perfect casting. She was so great.
And sort of picking up on cultural trends too. The 50 Shades of Grey that was a huge audience. You have all these women watching tonight. This is picking up on that, you know, sort of revolution that happened with books on the nightstand.
Yeah, T-Mobile with Justin Bieber. I thought T-Mobile crushed it, by the way. I thought they were the best series of ads.
It just had a lot of different ones. Every
Martha
time
and
one
Snoop.
came out, oh,
That was so
Edgy
good.
again. I mean, we're
The
talking
casting
about
is so
marijuana,
great.
right? I mean, but this is edgy for American advertising.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Those two have been teaming up for a while, and I think it's just the smartest combination of personalities you could have.
Incredible.
Okay, other notables. This one we want to show a little bit more of. This is Audi, and this is about the female movement.
Do I tell her that despite her education, her drive, her skills, her intelligence, she will automatically be valued as less than every man she ever meets?
Ouch.
This one hurt and was important,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
And it was just so beautifully done. You know, it was such a great story. I loved the dad talking to his daughter, and I loved that it tied to an initiative at the end for equal pay at the company too. That it didn't feel like it was just lip service for the Super Bowl.
That was a
Great point.
hugely talked about ad, as was the Airbnb ad, the hashtag We Accept about inclusion and being. That got 78,000 tweets just in like an hour.
It was
after.
beautiful.
Yeah.
We're just kind of run through some of these. 84 Lumber, which we know, which was that brand new advertiser this year. I thought they nailed it.
It was the best way to get someone to a second screen. We didn't see a ton of that. We saw some hashtags this year, but the tease
And
to
that
get
was
you
about
to
the
your
border,
computer.
the immigration issue, and it
Correct.
drove people to their website and crashed their website.
Right, yeah.
So that was a huge hit by any estimation.
Anheuser-Busch, as well as the NFL commercial with the painted lines, and then Coke too. All these social issues, I thought they did a really nice job of bringing together important ideas, humor, and great personalities. To sum it up, what was your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think just overall a great mix of ads and, you know, graceful handling of all of the social themes too.
Agreed.
There was a definite soft touch, wasn't there, Mike?
Definitely. I mean, especially in the first half, there wasn't a ton of humor. The second
Right.
half, the humor really picked up, but there was something for everyone in this Super Bowl. It was great.
It was great. Thanks so much for being here. We appreciate having Bader Rutter on, talk about your expertise, and just in general kind of break down all the fun that we had last night. Thanks for being here, you guys.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Really
Well, gray
appreciate
is
it.
the new black, by the way.
Yeah,
guess
I
so,
know.
yes.
We didn't compare notes ahead of time.
Ad execs are so hip.